Hey guys, it's AlluringSimmer here, back with a new video. We are not going to be doing face cam today, only because I'm a little silly and I couldn't figure out how to do it. I now realize that I'm probably gonna have to just export the video and re-export it again to edit it. But in the future, we will have face cam again, just not for today. But let's just get straight into the build. I asked my stream what I should build for this speed build, and everyone was saying that I should build a pizza shop or a pizza restaurant because we were talking about like what kind of pizzas everyone likes, what is the worst pizza. I personally think it's pineapple on pizza. But if you agree or disagree, let me know your thoughts down below. Do you guys like pineapple on pizza or do you guys care? I don't know. Or tell me what your favorite kind of pizza is. I would love to hear that. But I made this build 5 years ago. I actually have a YouTube video on the speed build of when I originally built this, and I'll have that in the description down below. But I decided, since I had already built a pizza place, instead of making another one, we are just renovating this one, obviously with some of the newer packs that I own while making this. I didn't really give myself any pack restrictions, so I did probably use quite a few packs. I don't think I used any kits. And I did tend to use mostly Get to Work, Dine Out, and Eco Lifestyle, I believe, and a little bit of Get Together. There's obviously other packs as well, but I think those were like the four main packs that I used for the build. One thing I wanted to do to challenge myself a little bit was I did keep the exterior shell pretty much the exact same. I also did adjust the roof just like a tiny bit, only because it was just bothering me so much, and I'm like, I could leave it to keep the original aesthetic, but I'm just gonna say that they like went in and completely redid the roof. I don't know how much sense that would make for a renovation, but it's a Sims, so we decided to do it today. I think I really like the landscaping a lot better. It's much more simple. We still have quite a bit of greenery, but it's not as cluttered as I feel like it was before. Another thing is I didn't really do anything in the back of this build. I did originally have the idea of adding a parking lot. Maybe that's something I'll do in the future, or maybe before I upload it, I might add that just because I kind of like that idea. But considering we don't really have cars, I would probably just end up moving this either to a smaller lot, or just kind of leaving it as is. I really do like how the front entrance turned out. Instead of using, I think originally I just used like the base game, like sliding doors or something. I think I ended up using these doors instead, and I honestly don't even know what pack they're from. But I just like the like glass on it, and I like that it matched the window color. Now, I guess another pack that I did use was Island Living for the counters. I just really wanted to have like gray countertops. I kind of wanted to have like a gray granite, and I'm sure that there's probably a countertop that might have worked a bit better than this one did. But I did like how the colors turned out, so I just kept this one. I also wanted to keep the concept of the open kitchen, like the kitchen open to the front, or I guess the lobby. However, I just didn't think it would make sense for how I wanted to space things. I also really liked having the two vending machines there. Because if you've ever been to like a small pizza place, they usually have like the little fridges that have like drinks. Obviously this is a vending machine, so it has snacks too, but I didn't really want to use the spa day fridge. I just like the aesthetic of this one because I feel like it's more closely reminiscent of what the fridges look like in most pizza places. I also was trying to debate if I wanted to put overhead cabinets or not. I ended up putting a like giant menu and then a smaller version of the menu instead. I also have like a little corner sink, so obviously the employees would be able to wash their hands. Some of these things, it's like it's not really necessary for this build to function, but I just like that it added to the aesthetic. I really wanted to have this TV here as like a screen where the employees would see all the orders coming in. And I did keep that TV concept, but I actually moved it somewhere else way later on. I also really like this poster. It's technically a movie poster, but I thought it was cute because it kind of matches the aesthetic I was going for with Gino's Pizza Palace. He kind of looks like the little, um, what do they call 'em? My Sim dolls? He kind of looks like the My Sim doll that I put on top of the roof. And I just thought it was really cute. And then here I added like a little gate. I know most times in real life, I don't think there usually is actually a gate. But the reason why I did this is so that for the sake of the Sims, if you wanted to lock off the employee area, you'd be able to do so. But I think generally it's just kind of left open where anyone could just walk in. Um, and then I pretty much kept like the same floor plan. I actually eliminated one of the bathrooms instead of having two different washrooms. There's just one set with three stalls. And I think I like it a lot better because it gave us more space to add like seating. So that whole corner has like an area for seating, and then there's also seating next to the side island piece. I really wanted to make it look like a sort of like takeout slash eat-in restaurant, which is how most pizza places are, unless they're like a really small pizza shop where it's just like delivery or takeout and that's it. Um, the wallpaper took me a while to decide which one I wanted to do. I think I ended up using this one from Parenthood, which I actually almost never use in my builds, but I really liked how it looked for this. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like whenever I go to a pizza place, like the wallpaper is usually fairly, and I mean this in all kindness, I feel like it's usually kind of ugly. Like it's either some like really tacky, bright, colorful wallpaper, or it's like kind of just not that cute. That's all I can really say. And I feel like this Parenthood one just fit that vibe really well. I used these tables from Spa Day. I also used these tables from Snowy Escape. Like the bigger tables are from Snowy Escape, and I think oh no, they're from Dream Home Decorator, I believe. And then the smaller tables are from Spa Day. And then I used these chairs that were from City Living. So as you can see, there is quite a few packs in this build. Obviously, things like the chairs and the tables you can easily replace. But for sure, to get this to function as a restaurant, you will need dine out. I think that would be the main pack. Get to work is also really helpful since it's a community lot, and I just felt there's a lot of items that worked from that pack for this build. I wanted to do the little, like, if you ever go to a pizza place, they have like a mini oven sort of thing where they have the pre-sliced pizzas. So if you just want to go in and order like a cheese slice, they'll have it like in the heated oven thing. I don't know what to call it. And I kind of wanted to give that aesthetic. I kind of wanted to try to build one myself, but I was just like, I don't know exactly where to start. So instead of doing that, I just put like a mini fridge to kind of simulate the idea, even though it's not exactly the same thing. I also just threw these crates in the corner to just add a little bit extra something. I don't know. I wanted to make it look like this place is in progress. Maybe it's still kind of under renovation, so they have these crates sitting there that need to be put away. I also made sure to add all the things that are required for it to function as a restaurant. So we have the waiter station, which is really nice because it has like a little trash can area, so it kind of just fits. And then I also put the host station. I do this a lot for when I want to build like a takeout delivery slash eat-in restaurant. And then I just put it to function sort of like another cash register. I honestly almost forgot about the cash registers until the very end because I was like, why are they not coming up when I kept going to restaurant items, until I realized those are also from Get to Work. The cash registers aren't really necessary for this to function like a restaurant, but it just makes sense for it to give the like retail lot sort of aesthetic, even though it can't function as both. However, if you so chose to, you could definitely turn this into a retail lot really easily and just have your sim actually make the pizza. I don't know if Sims can make pizza actually, now that I think about it. I know that they can order it. I don't know if they can make it on their own. But if there's some way for you to possibly sell pizza or any sort of food item, you could honestly just turn this into like a cake shop or something else if you wanted to, and just use this like as a template. But yeah, I really like how it turned out. I think it looks a lot cuter than how it originally started. I also liked adding the little ketchup sauce containers onto each of the tables. I really think that it just added a little extra something. Um, Another thing that I really liked was how the bathroom turned out. As opposed to having like six clunky stalls that took up like half of the restaurant, we now just have three stalls. And honestly, if you have your Sims coming here, it's not like you're gonna have a ton of Sims needing to use the bathroom at once. So I felt like having just the one bathroom was enough. And I just like that it's a lot simpler than it was before. It definitely took a while for me to choose which mirrors I wanted to use. I originally had the circular spa day ones, I think, and then I changed it to these ones, and then I felt like they were too high up. And then I realized that the circle ones are pretty much at the same height. It's just not the shower. It's just that the sink is really low. So it just makes it look a little odd. However, I just left it because I was like, it is what it is. Now for the back area, again, I kept pretty much everything the same layout. We have a super big kitchen. I don't feel like it's too spacious. Honestly, I feel like it gives the Sims enough space to like put everything down that they need to prep. This would also be good if you just wanted to have your Sim come in here and cook for themselves. Obviously, if you want the restaurant to go smoothly, maybe you're not gonna have your Sims just come into the kitchen, but it is a really nice kitchen. I would love to just take my Sim here and like have them learn the cooking skill, because everything is just pretty high quality. I also added these two trash cans. I wanted one to be like more of a recycling bin sort of thing, and then the other one's like an actual trash can, even though technically only one of them is functional. I also realized I don't think I added an outdoor trash can, so that is probably something I'll throw in before I upload it to the gallery. I also put these three TVs here to simulate like, you know, all the orders coming in so they would be able to see it on the screen. And then I also threw in something else earlier, but I honestly forget. This little TV on the column was meant to be like, if you ever seen somewhere where you had to like either take a number. I think nowadays it's more digital, so they'll just put the number on your receipt, and then on the other screen you'll see like when your number pops up, that means come take your order. That's kind of what I wanted to do with those TVs. Your Sims are just going to watch them like regular TVs, but in my mind it just does something for me to have it there, just because it makes sense. And then here I was just throwing in some random stuff on the wall because honestly it just felt super empty. One downside to having the super long kitchen is just like I feel like I don't really need to put a lot of things on the wall, but then I also feel like it looks too empty if there isn't. Other than that though, I definitely like how spacious it is because you're gonna have Sims like walking back and forth, and having like the space to walk through is really nice. Another thing, this is what I wanted to mention earlier, is I put in a triple sink. At least when I worked in fast food, we had that same sort of concept. I think it was like first one is to rinse and then you wash and then rinse again or something like that. I think you like spray it off and then you have to like wash it with soap and then you know, wash off again or like sanitize. So that's what I was going for with this triple sink. And then I was trying to find a sign that would look nice over the sink. And I definitely had a picture of what the sign looked like in my head, but I'm like, I don't know what category this thing is. And of course, it was found under wall decorations, which kind of makes sense because it is more of like a pinned thing on the wall as opposed to like an actual poster. But I don't know. I was just devastated that it took me so long to find it. And then here I was trying to see if there's anything else I could throw on the countertops, and honestly, there was nothing that I really felt like I needed to add. I did end up putting in a fire extinguisher in a little pantry area, and then over the pantry there's like a little white cabinet that I'm pretty sure is from base game, and I'm gonna tell you right now that there's literally no reason for me to put it there, but I was just like, wow, I've never used this item and it's kind of cute. It doesn't really make sense in this build at all, but it's there because I've never used it and I wanted to just throw it in there. It's kind of in the corner anyway, so it's like we can just pretend it doesn't exist. And then I threw in these little storage units from Get to Work. I know that there are lockers and I'm pretty sure they're in base game. I honestly don't think they were always in base game though. So someone tell me in the comments down below if the lockers were always part of base game or if they were in a pack and then moved into the base game. But I did end up using that instead just because I thought it matched the aesthetic a bit better. And then I threw some things on the wall, and we are getting into the screenshots now. I'm going to put a little bit of a before and after so you guys can kind of compare. And I hope that you guys enjoyed. Feel free to comment down below what you guys think. What's your favorite pizza? What's your least favorite pizza? Please say pineapple on pizza. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye, guys.